Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to the band Cinderella with the song Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. Here we go. Okay, I need to back this up. I've heard Tom Keifer once before. Oh golly, I can't remember. It was a cover of Love Hurts. Even though there's still a lot of texture in his vocals here, I feel as though I'm hearing more of his tone in this piece than I did the first time listening to him. Here we go, back to the beginning. It's so interesting when he does what? It's in a head dominant mix. It almost sounds I'm thinking of, what is that song from The Little Mermaid where all the animals do their wah wah wah? Like, that's kind of what it's reminding me of. Oh, Kiss the Girl. Because there's like that bubbly texture, but it does feel head dominant here. Let me play that. What went wrong? I can't tell you, baby, what went wrong. And even there at the end of the phrase, it feels head dominant. And I wonder, it's pretty clever. If I'm gonna have to look up where this song is in the trajectory of his career, because as you are building texture, I know it seems counterintuitive, but in a lot of cases it's easier to develop texture in head voice, just because the chords naturally separate more as they are thinned. I don't know if that is the case for him, but it's an interesting theory. I can't make you feel what you felt so long ago. I let it show. I can't give you back what's been hurt. Heartaches come and go, and all that's left are the ones I can't let go. If we take some time thinking over, baby. These higher notes, like take some time, I feel are cleaner, that slightly more adducted sound compared to what we're hearing in mid-range. I would have to go back and listen to that first piece that I heard from him. But there is... it seems as though there was more ease of texture in the other song that I heard, which makes me feel as though he's still developing that sound here. It's very interesting that he combined this thinner, higher sound with texture. I think a lot of times when we think of texture, we think of lower, more gravelly tones. So hearing it so high, it's very interesting.
I can't feel the things that cause you pain. I can't clear my heart of your love. It falls like rain.
Heart was an interesting note.
I can't feel the things that cause you pain. I can't clear my heart of your.
You heard how it just sort of dipped down into something way more chest dominant, but then he went back up.
It falls like rain. Ain't the same. I hear you calling far away, tearing through my soul. I just can't take another day.
I have to say I really appreciate his diction, even though I'm talking a lot about texture. His, even just that last ending K consonant take, like, it's very precise, which when you're almost overwhelmed with a vocal texture, it's really nice when a singer will take the added effort to almost over enunciate so that you are still hearing the text.
If we take some time thinking over, baby, take some time, let me know if you really wanna go. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Don't know what it is I did so wrong. Now I know what I've got. It's just
There, even though the harmonies are, they sound to me a lot cleaner, like with fuller adduction, it sounds like he's backing off the texture a little bit for the sake of blending.
I did so wrong. Now I know what I've got. It's just this song, and it ain't easy to get back. Takes so long. Do you wanna see me begging, baby? Can't you give me just one more day? Can't you see my husband dragging lately? I've been looking for the words to say.
See, I genuinely thought he was singing there and it was guitar. That's like the amount of texture that he has. I couldn't even tell the difference at first.
For the words to say.
sure. Okay, you'll have to let me know if he's almost like screaming or ad-libbing here and then the guitar comes in, or if it is the guitar at first. It's a great mix, even though there's so much, I say even though, I don't mean that in the negative, even though there's so much texture that feels dominant, the mix itself it's smart because it's so head dominant that in a way, it's less effort. When you're this high, and again, we get to a point in our range, every person's range, we get to a point where that TA muscle, that chest muscle, it says, no, I'm done for the day. And we have tools to create a similar sound with less of that press and muscle engagement. And that's what it sounds like he's doing here. He's using a lot of head voice, but incorporating breath pressure and straight tone and making it sound not chest dominant, but weightier. And so he's created less effort in that aspect of his voice so that he can almost save that energy for the texture, is what it sounds like to me. I don't know if that's the case, but either way, it's a great mix. Got a little vibrato in there. Don't know what it is. I did some wrong. Now I know what I've got. It's just this song. And it ain't easy to get back. Takes so He has such an interesting voice with so much texture. I believe this is my first time hearing the band Cinderella. I would be curious to hear something more intense. I don't know if that's in their catalog. I would definitely call this a rock ballad. So it was nice to hear this amount of texture in sustained singing, in these longer phrases. But I am curious how this texture amplifies something more upbeat. So I'll have to do a little digging, but that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.